She is the undisputed symbol of Paris, but her history is full of surprises and twists. Born for the Universal Exposition of 1889, the Eiffel Tower was created to celebrate the centenary of the French Revolution and to show the world the power of modern engineering. Designed by Gustave Eiffel and his team, the tower took just over 2 years to build. An impressive feat for the time, considering it has more than 18,000 iron pieces joined by 2.5 million rivets. When it was inaugurated, it was the tallest structure in the world, standing 300 meters high, surpassing any other existing building at the time. But not everyone was thrilled with the novelty. Artists and intellectuals in Paris were outraged by the idea of erecting an iron tower in the heart of the city. Famous names like Guy de Maupassant and Alexandre Dumas Filho signed a manifesto calling it a monstrosity of iron and an odious ink stain. Curiously, Maupassant used to have lunch at the tower's restaurant because it was the only place in Paris where he didn't have to see it. Even so, the Eiffel Tower endured, and it was almost by a narrow margin. The initial contract stipulated that it would be dismantled after 20 years, but Gustave Eiffel managed to save it thanks to its scientific utility. He convinced the French government to keep it as a radio antenna, which proved decisive during the First World War, when transmissions from the tower helped the French intercept enemy communications and prevent attacks. During the Second World War, the tower was again the subject of curiosities. When the German troops occupied Paris, Hitler ordered it to be destroyed, but the local command never executed the order. The French, in turn, cut the elevator cable so that the Nazis would have to climb the 1,665 steps to the top on foot. After the war, the tower became a symbol of France's resistance and freedom. But how does this Iron Lady remain so firm and elegant after more than 130 years? The answer lies in constant and meticulous maintenance work. Every 7 years, the tower is completely repainted to protect the iron from rust. A process that takes about 18 months and consumes 60 tons of paint. 3 different shades of the famous Eiffel Tower brown are used, darker at the base and lighter at the top, creating a visual illusion that harmonizes the tower with the Parisian sky. The work is done by a team of about 25 climbing painters who face strong winds and sudden temperature changes. All this at more than 300 meters high. Besides the painting, every detail is rigorously checked. Technicians regularly inspect the millions of rivets and the elevators, which travel more than 100,000 kilometers per year, equivalent to 2.5 times around the planet. Even with so much age, the tower adapts to the climate. It can expand up to 15 centimeters on hot days and shrink a little in the cold, but it always maintains its stable structure. And there are fascinating stories that few know. At the top of the tower, Gustave Eiffel had a small private apartment decorated with elegant furniture and scientific instruments. He used it to receive illustrious guests, such as Thomas Edison, who gifted him one of the first phonographs. Another curious episode involves the con artist Victor Lustig, who in the 1920s managed to deceive businessmen and sell the Eiffel Tower as if it were scrap iron. One of the most audacious scams in history. Today, the Eiffel Tower is one of the most visited monuments in the world, receiving about 7 million tourists every year. It has been the setting for weddings, light shows, scientific experiments, and even parachute jumps. Illuminated by more than 20,000 sparkling lights, it remains a symbol of human creativity, innovation, and resilience. From a rejected structure to a national treasure, the Eiffel Tower represents the indomitable spirit of Paris. A work that transformed iron into art and the impossible into reality.